Here in Word 2016, you have the ability to sort table data. Let's say you're entering data into a table as you get it, and then you realize later on you'd like to resort that data so it shows up in a different order. It's easily done, and we're going to do it with our London hotel price list here that we've been working with. Open up LH Prices 0807 if you need to get caught up. We're going to work with this table down below. We did split our table, so we had our title at the top. But all of the content down below, maybe we want to sort it by the highest price per night down to the lowest, let's say. Same thing would apply for price per week. All we have to do is select the table first. So go ahead up into the top left corner of this table. You'll find that little marker, the four-sided arrow. Give it a click and the entire table is selected. Now, if you only wanted to sort certain rows, for example, or columns, you could click and drag across those, but we want the entire table to be sorted. So when we change up the order of the price per night, we want the actual location and room type to follow along with it. So with everything selected and the Layout tab selected under Table Tools, we can go over to the Sort drop-down. Give it a click. So this opens up the Sort dialog, and you can see we have the ability to choose the column we want to sort by. If it's price per week, location, room type, for example. I think price per night or price per week, either one's going to work nicely for us. Make that selection. The type, in other words, what's in those cells, as you can see, shows up by default as numbers. And that's exactly what we want to sort, numbers. They're prices, but they are numbers. And do we want it to be ascending or descending? So lowest to highest or highest to lowest. With descending selected, the highest prices will be at the top. Now you could do multi-level sort. So if there were some that were the same price, we could choose a secondary sort, maybe by room type, for example. But in our case, everything's unique. All we need to do is click OK with header row selected. We do have a header row. We don't want it mixed up with the rest. We want it to stay at the top. So as long as that's selected, we're ready to click OK. And everything's resorted. You can see the orange cells are up at the top representing the highest prices. And you can see the locations now are all jumbled up. So as we go down the list, we see the highest price per night down to the lowest. Same thing for the price per week down to the lowest. It's good to know if you've entered data into your table in the wrong order, you can always go back and sort it like we just did.